Hey everyone, and welcome back to How to Spend It. A new rivalry has formed between Porsche and Tesla. Tesla, the leader in electric car production, has stood atop with their lineup of electric-powered vehicles that few opponents have bothered to compete with. That's all changed. After 8 uncontested cars, Tesla's Model S finally has a worthy rival in the new Porsche Taycan. The luxury automaker, known for producing some of the most exquisite sports cars in the world, now has an all-electric option in the Taycan, and it compares favorably against some of Tesla's best. The first electric Porsche of the modern era, the Taycan is as fast as it is desirable. Okay, an electric Porsche? That is shocking, right? While Tesla's EVs may literally have performance in their names, the Porsche Taycan Turbo S can match them in acceleration. So if you have the budget and like the all-electric vehicle, or EV, then the decision has gotten much tougher for you. In the category of big, fast, beautiful, luxurious EVs, you have to choose between the ubiquitous, ever-evolving Tesla Model S and the fresh, new Porsche Taycan. In this video, we're going to paint a foolproof comparison between these two exemplary EVs, so hang on tight. Before we get onto that, go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us out a lot with the YouTube algorithm and lets us know that we're helping to enrich lives out there. And without any further ado, let's get on to the video. Range and charging. This is the most anticipated part of any EV for most people. Although it isn't exactly the feature that defines an EV, to many people it is. According to the EPA's officials, the range rating for the Taycan Turbo S at 192 miles, Taycan 4S at 203 miles, and the quicker Taycan Turbo do at 201 miles. But by all accounts, those ratings are very, very conservative, because several test drives on YouTube and articles have shown that the Taycan can go far beyond the EPA's range. According to some of those articles, the Taycan 4S can cover up to 230 to 250 miles. According to a car-related site, they even reported reaching a 300-mile range with the Taycan 4S. The Taycan can charge quicker if you can find an Ionity charging station, which will add the same amount of charge in as little as 20 minutes, but at present, there are only a handful of those around. A 150 kilowatt CSS charger will get the Taycan from 10% to 80% in 30 minutes. From a 7.2 kilowatt home wall charger, you're looking at around 13 hours for the Taycan to fully charge, 0 to 100%. The Performance Battery Plus allows the vehicle to be charged with higher currents, direct current, DC, thus speeding up the process significantly. In just over 5 minutes, the battery can be recharged for a range of up to 100 kilometers. The freedom to travel anywhere is critical to Tesla's mission, so the range is the most important part where Tesla steps ahead of the Taycan. The current Tesla Model S Long Range Plus has an EPA range of 402 miles. That's an 87-mile increase from when the 100.0 kilowatt-hour version of the vehicle was introduced in 2016, and a nearly 20% increase in range when compared to a 2019 Model S 100D with the same battery pack design. This significant achievement reflects Tesla's obsession with efficiency and energy frugality. Tesla has a much better charging network, with over 16,000 superchargers at nearly 1,900 locations in North America. The Model S includes everything you need to charge anywhere from home or while you're on the road. Model S will support even quicker charging. The company's current supercharger version 3 supports a peak rate of 250 kilowatts. So expect quicker charger coming from either a V4 supercharger or an update to V3 with a charge rate above 250 kilowatts. A wall connector can fully charge your Tesla Model S battery in 6 to 9 hours. Be sure to stick around for the price part, because you will be amazed. Acceleration. If one thing defines the performance of an electric car, it's their incomprehensibly instantaneous response. These two switch on acceleration like it's a light bulb. Suffice it to say that these are two of the quickest cars on the road. The top-shelf Porsche Taycan Turbo S will officially sprint to 60 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds, but plenty of others have clocked it at 2.4 seconds. The 2.4-second sprint to 60 also matches that of the 1001 HP Bugatti Veyron 16.4. The beast that launched the $1 million hypercar craze. If we keep the clock counting onto 100 miles per hour, as we did, and the Taycan forges ahead, hitting the ton in 6.9 seconds. The car boasts 761 horsepower, or 1,015 Newton meters, and has a top speed of 260 kilometers per hour, or 162 miles per hour. The only electric car with a 2-speed transmission, the all-wheel drive Taycan Turbo S leaps off the line in a way that makes many gasoline-powered supercars seem sluggish. With its dual electric motors and all-wheel drive, the Tesla was already pretty quick. The 100 kWh battery pack found in the Model S Performance makes 762 horsepower, which is on par with the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. When the Taycan launched, that figure made it 1/10 quicker than Tesla Model S Performance trim. Tesla successfully fought off the Porsche Taycan. Tesla issued a software update on the Model S and X that claimed more power, quicker acceleration times, and more consistency when making repeated passes. Part of the additional swiftness is due to what Tesla calls a cheetah stance, where the car's front end crouches when launch control is activated. With the new cheetah stance update, the Model S Performance now gets 60 miles per hour in just 2.3 seconds. Take that, Porsche! The car tops out at 155 miles per hour. Handling. Performance cars are as much about handling as they are about straight-line acceleration. The Tesla may be quicker by a hair, but the Porsche is far and away from the more rewarding drive on a good road. Whichever mode you have set it to, the Taycan is far more composed, so it flicks left and right on demand like a hare with a terrier on its tail. The Taycan just responds that much better, hiding its prodigious weight with more skill and doing a much better job of staying settled when the asphalt gets a bit rough. That's just one setting for the steering, but it's perfect. Beautifully weighted and full of sensations, which rise to your fingertips to indicate the amount of purchase at the front wheels. It all becomes much more impressive as the Porsche actually weighs more than the dual-motor Model S. It dives so aggressively into the turns that you'll probably find yourself unwinding the wheel before you get to your first few apexes. In the case of brakes, the Taycan puts energy back into the batteries when you hit the brakes, as most electric cars do, but the interference is minimal. The Model S is very capable and sure-footed in corners. It musters lots of grips and pretty accurate steering, which has 3 different modes to let you tailor its weight. The midway setting is best, by the way. In the update of Model S with a hefty batch of new control software, the result was a car that not only offered significantly more range and acceleration than before, but also better handling. It's an impressive update for sure, but still not enough to outpace the Porsche. Even if you pop its air suspension into the firmest setting, the Model S leans more than the Taycan, and its body is less settled over any cambers and ridges grafted into the road's topography. When pushed, the Model S just seems to wallow a bit in the corner. The Model S isn't as razor sharp, but an electric stability control system keeps it in check. You can feel this working hard to manage the trajectory, and you cannot turn it off. In case of brakes, the Model S's brakes work just like a regular car's, with all its energy harvesting coming simply by lifting off the accelerator. The deaccelerative effect is so strong that during normal driving, you barely need to use the brakes at all. Behind the wheel. For this car, sure, we've been looking at some flavor of this since it was a Mission E concept back in 2015, but damn, that car made everyone's jaw drop, and the production car isn't far off. It's a clean and fresh design. If we get inside, you sit lower than the Taycan, leaving you in no doubt about its sporting pretensions. The Taycan's seats are definitely better. This car's 18-way electrically adjustable adaptive sports seats are a no-cost option, and they grip you perfectly in corners and cushion you ideally on the straights. The Taycan comes with adaptive matrix LED lights, which can stay on main beams without dazzling drivers in front, and will feature a rear-view camera, which is a $570 option. The Taycan has more head and legroom in the front. There are actually 2 infotainment touchscreens in the Taycan, and the software is pretty responsive. Taycan has less luggage space overall, but you can manage to fit 7 carry-on suitcases in total. For the most recent long-range Model S, it's a good thing the original car was so pretty because it's basically still there. Sure, a 2016 nip and tuck made Tesla a lot sharper, but this thing just plain looks old at this point, both inside and out. The Model S's seats are also powered but don't offer the same range of adjustment and have less side support than the Taycan. The Model S is a bit wider in the area of head and legroom in the front. In the rear, it'll easily seat 2 6-footers, and a third can fit without too much trouble. Plus, its flat floor means there's nothing to clamber over. Tesla has included a lot of extra features like dog mode and sentry mode, etc., which are really awesome. The Model S feels airier thanks in part to its standard panoramic glass roof. The Model S comes with a rear-view camera and has simpler, non-adaptive LEDs in the headlights. The massive 17-inch touchscreen makes the system. It allows multiple menus to be displayed at the same time and runs slick software. Google Maps, Google Web Browsing, Netflix, games, and many other features are all built in. Wireless charging is also included. Model S has a larger luggage space, which can tally up to 11 cases. If you need more space, you can fold down the rear seats of both the cars in a 60x40 configuration. Before getting into the price part, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Price and value. Now this is the most important part, isn't it? This is the ultimate part that attracts people the most for the EVs after checking the box of range. The cheapest Porsche Taycan you can buy right now is the 4S, with an MSRP of $103,800 plus delivery. However, that price is only if you don't tick any of the boxes. Being a Porsche, that's not going to be awfully hard to do. The InnoDrive Active Safety Suite costs a sweet $3,600, while the performance package, including a rear steering and torque vectoring, is a further $6,400. But you have to keep in mind that you are getting a Porsche in your garage. A base model S Long Range Plus starts at $80,000. Other than some premium paint, interior, and wheel choices, and $8,000 for the still hopelessly optimistically named full self-driving upgrade, there's not a lot to add. Tick all of the most expensive boxes and you're looking at $96,490 plus delivery. So which one do you think will suit you better? Let us know in the comments down below. Putting aside the price, Porsche would be most people's choice, but as price impacts hardly, not counting the 1%ers of course, counting on the speed, range, and features, the Model S wins this fight. 8 years on, this Tesla still has legs, right? Well guys, that's it for this video. Click the links above to check out some of our other videos. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content just like this. We have many great videos coming right up, so see you guys in the next one.